We were doing the preservatives chapter. Let me just open it once. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now, we finished with the fill in the blanks. Okay. Hygiene in handling stored food. Your family members must be doing bulk purchase of food and storing it at home. You know that they need to be stored properly to be available in good form when you need them. You have also learned that food items have a limited shelf life. This is what we learned in this chapter.
Yep.
Okay. That how to preserve food. Okay. How to preserve at home. Okay. What ways should we, what are the steps in preserving the food and everything? Okay. And about its shelf life. What is its shelf life? How long does it last and everything? Right. Can I have your videos on, please?
Yeah. 1 second.
Yeah.
I think
1 minute.
Yeah. Yes. Then there is an activity. Let us do an exercise about refilling your food store. What shall we do? Refilling your food store. Okay. Now, remove all the bottles and tin to clean the space. Why do you do that? You can wash all the bottles which are empty and dry them completely. You do not need to wash tins. Why? Because we can wipe them with clean clothes. Then replace them on the shelf and clean the floor area. Throw anything which is very old and spoiled or does not look fresh. Make a list of supplies you need to buy and decide the quality you will buy. Okay, so usually when in my home, when we are usually at the end of this month, we do this because just right when the new month starts, we order a monthly ration. So before the monthly ration comes, we empty all the containers, okay, all the bottles, containers, cans, and everything. Okay, then we clean them. Okay, we take everything out and then we clean them. We also clean the space which is on which it is stored. So once the cleaning part is done, then we also check that when you do this cleaning, that time also you can check that how much of what is there. So how much more do we need to buy? Okay. Suppose I require 1 kilogram of pulse. Okay, 1 kilogram of moong pulse. That is the yellow one. So I require 1 kilogram. I already have 250 grams there. Okay. Right now, like in the container. So how much more do I need? 750 grams more. Right. So I will order how much? 750 grams. So that tells us that how much is there already. Because if I didn't check before and I order 1 kg, then it will be extra, right? And we will not be able to consume that much of it. So it will go waste. That is why it's important to check how much is there. Okay. If anything is too old, we just throw it out. Okay. And then after we've cleaned it, we've checked how much of what is there, what more we need, we order it. Okay. Or we buy it. Then your store is now clean and you're ready to bring in new food supplies. What are food supplies? It is like a food inventory. In our games, we have inventories, right? At our home, the ration area is our food inventory. All the food items that we need to make food and everything we store. Okay. Now, you need to plan before you go to the market. What information do you need before buying? You will need to mention the name of the food item, its quantity, and quality. So, when we are buying the food items, what three things do we tell them, or what three things do we check in something? We check what brand it is, what is it the name, okay? You know, you must have you must have some preference, right? that suppose when, for example, me, when I buy mayonnaise, I want Dr. Oetker mayonnaise. Okay, that's what I prefer. Okay, what mayonnaise brand should I use? I use Dr. Oetker. Okay, when I'm buying jam, what I will buy? I will buy Kisan jam. Okay, that is what I use. So similarly, you guys must have some particular brands that you buy from. So you check that name. Okay, that it should be this from this particular brand. Then we also check the quantity. How much quantity do we need and the quality. What quality are we buying? Quantity, quality, and name of the product. Okay, those things we check when we are buying something. Now, where will you go to buy the listed food items? Okay, usually when you need to buy things, where do you go to buy them?
uh, market or store.
Yes, market, grocery store. Yes, Amaze.
Yeah, same.
Same. Yes, me too. Same. So, we go there to buy it. And then how will we store each item after bringing it home? Some items need to be stored in the fridge. So
Yeah,
some of it we'll store in the fridge, like cheese, like bread, like eggs and everything. We'll store it in the jams. We store it in the fridge. Rest of the items, that is the pulses, okay, the flour, the all the other things that we buy, sugar, tea leaves, salt, and all. We store them at a separate place outside in a kitchen cabinet, maybe, right? We
yeah,
store it so that it is like we can manage the storage so that it doesn't get spoiled, right? Then, what have we learned? Food preservation adds variety in the diet, increases shelf life, and helps to avoid wastage of food. These are some of the importance of food preservation. Then, how can we preserve foods? By using salt, sugar, oil, spices, or by dehydration. Then, what causes food to be spoiled? Those are microorganisms, presence of enzymes and insects that cause food spoilage. Then natural preservatives we talked about, such as salt, sugar, and oil, which is used for preparation of pickles, jams, squashes. Then we saw what are some chemical preservatives that are used in the food. They are sodium benzoate, potassium metabisulfate, and citric acid, which are some chemical preservatives. Then we saw that they are used in products like tomato ketchup, potato chips, and jams. Okay, now let's do the last of the terminal exercises from the chapter. Okay, write the following statements are true or false. Give reason for your answer. Oranges can be kept for a long time without getting spoiled. Is it true or false?
false. It's not so long. I guess.
Okay. Any other answer? Terminal exercise answers we don't have, right? Okay. Oranges can be kept for a long time without getting spoiled. Um, they have a medium shelf life, not very long time, and also they are not spoiled like very easily. Okay, we can store oranges for some good days, good amount of days.
Yeah,
That's because they have a thick layer of skin, okay, protected layer of skin that protects them from coming in contact with air. Also, they have citric acid present in them. Oranges have it is a citric fruit. It has citric acid present in them, due to which the spoilage or the shelf life increases. Right, the spoilage time period increases. Like they don't get quickly spoiled, okay? But you cannot say that they are like also that they you can keep an orange for a month. Okay, not really a month, but a week. Oranges can last like 1 week, right? Because they have citric acid and they have a good outer covering, thick outer covering. So let's make this true. Okay. I'll just confirm also once and then I'll let you know. Okay. Then, while dehydrating fenugreek, that is methi leaves, these should be put in potassium metabisulfate for 10 to 15 minutes. False. Okay.
Yeah.
Is false. Why? Can you tell me why?
Because the big word is used for like other stuff.
Potassium metabisulfate is used for other stuff. Yes. Also, because it can react with the green vegetables. It can react with the green vegetables. Okay. So that is why we don't keep it in potassium metabisulfate. Then, what are the steps in preserving pudina or mint leaves by dehydration method? Do you preserve mint leaves at home? We do.
No.
Do you all also do? No?
I'm
Okay.
not sure, honestly.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a little bit of an idea how they are preserved?
Sometimes, like
No.
fresh mint leaves, we wrap it in newspaper and we keep it in the fridge.
Okay. Before doing that, we nicely wash them also.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't take the whole chunk of it and do it in the fridge. We clean it. Like mint leaves also, they are also like a stem is attached, and to the stem leaves are attached, and then you have to clean those leaves by hand. And then when you have those leaves, you nicely wash them 2-3 times. Okay. Some people, also put it in warm water and take it out, and then cold water and take it out. We studied about that, right? And then we can spread them on a paper. We usually do this, like we spread them on a newspaper under a fan. Okay. Or in room temperature, we spread them. Usually, they are also spread in sun, like covered, but spread in sun. So that, like for a day or 2 days, if indoors in 2 days, so that helps in taking out all the moisture that is present in the mint leaves. Now, when the moisture is taken out, it becomes it shrinks also, the leaves shrink. Okay, it becomes somewhat darker in color compared to the original one because the moisture is taken out, so it becomes darker, it shrinks, and then when it's completely dried, it becomes in texture. When you hold and do like this, it will become powdery. Okay, it will be like crush like this, easily crackle like this. So that means that it has dried. Then we have some mash the columns. Can you try this out? Natural preservative.
Sunlight.
No, preservative.
Salt.
Yes, salt. Chemical preservative.
Um, potassium better that.
Yes, potassium meta that. Okay, it's called potassium meta bisulfate.
Okay.
Okay. Bisulfite. That is a chemical preservative. Then what is how is dehydration done?
Sunlight.
Yes, sunlight. And increasing temperature?
Removing microorganisms.
Yes, very good. It removes the microorganisms. Okay, so very similar sounding stuff, but once you'll get familiar with it, you'll be able to locate. Okay, don't get confused. But because a lot of things will sound same, but when you'll read it through, you will be able to understand. Okay, so with this, we are finished with this lesson. And this we have finished with lesson 5. That
Yeah.
is your preservation of food. Okay. Tell me this week, when shall we keep a test of the previous chapter that we did? Home science. Friday?
Yeah, Friday works.
You all
Yeah,
are
I
free Friday?
think we also have a test on Friday as well. Again,
Okay. Again.
I'll confirm. I'm not too sure. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I just have to.
Confirm. Then your home science gonna be Thursday. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have another test Friday, then this test gonna be Thursday. What chapter is it? It's methods of cooking food, fourth chapter. Lesson 4, methods of cooking food. We did lesson 5, preservation of food. Let me just check the bifurcation and okay, next chapter is chapter 6, environment, that we are going to study about. Okay. When the word environment comes, what is the things that come to your mind? That can be environment, related to the environment, maybe its meaning.
Environment. First thing that comes to my mind is like the things around us.
Such as?
Um, Houses, trees, water.
Okay,
birds.
yeah. Yes. And Megan?
When I think of environment, I think mainly about trees and plants and those stuff.
Those stuff. Okay. Yes. So even when somebody says the word environment, the first thing that comes to my mind is plants and trees only. Because everywhere when we talk about environment, the first thing that's associated with it is plants and trees. Everybody talks about plants and trees and plants and trees. So that's the first thing we go to, our mind goes to. But besides plant and trees, we have our surroundings, okay? And the things present in the surroundings, they can be living things and non-living things. Okay, it can be both the things. Living things can be the birds, okay, little animals and plants and everything. Non-living things can be soil, okay, can be water, soil, air, okay. All of those can be non-living things. When we talk about all of the surrounding things all together, both living and non-living, then it is considered then it is considered an environment. Okay. Now, you must have noticed over the years that the places where there used to be trees, farms, water bodies, now there are bungalows, houses, industries, and multiplexes. These trees are being cut to construct houses. The number of vehicles on the road has increased. If you look around, you can see smoke and dust in air, and these are increasing day by day. Have you all noticed this in the surroundings? Or yes. So when I meet people like somebody in my family, somebody I know or something, okay, they tell like old people, maybe 80, aged 80, aged 90, they tell how they tell like this colony used to be a beautiful park here. Then this area, we had a lake and the benches were there near it, and we used to go and play there.
We never had phones or TVs. It's the thing I hear the
Yeah,
most.
they say that we never had phones and TVs. They used to play here, we used to play there. My mother tells that when they were kids, they used to, like, the whole colony children used to gather and then play together at night. And then my grandfather, that is my mother's dad, from my mother's side, my mother's dad, that's my grandfather. He used to wear like, put on a white bed sheet and become ghost, and then scare them from behind the trees. So those were the old times where all the people used to gather together, play, and have fun. Right, that time also, because there were no technology as such that is now, so they play together, stay together. Also, the environment, when we talk about it, is like, since there is no land area, okay, what people do is they cut the trees, clear out the forest, and then construct on it, because population is increasing. Okay, more population, more number of people means more space they need to live. Right. So what they do is that they cut the forests, and then they make houses and industries and multiplexes on those places. So that is there. Also, the pollution that is has increased in these times. Remember, if, like, I have heard this from my family, that in their days the sky was used to be very clear. They used to see it full of stars. If you heard it from your family, in your family, that fully starry sky used to be there. Nowadays, hardly we can see a fully starry sky. Right,
Yeah,
because it's all the pollution. It's all about the quality of air that is depleted, all the layers that has been accumulated there, because of which we cannot actually see like, really bright starry sky. So that is there. Now, apart from this, you must have smelled the peculiar foul odor from rotting garbage, high level of noise from vehicular traffic, especially in cities, cities and the traffic and all the noises that are there. Garbage also, we hardly have any proper waste management systems in our cities. They usually dump the waste wherever there is empty ground, without the waste being treated properly,
this is
without the
mostly in India, right?
India. This
Yeah.
is mostly in India. Yes. So compared to outside, that is, they treat the garbage well, but here it has not been developed till like for them to like develop the garbage and sorry, decompose it well, treat the garbage. So now, that is, in small towns and villages too, the environment has degraded due to increase in number of vehicles and unsafe disposal of waste. Do you know that all these cause a lot of health problems? How are you affected by them? And can you do something about it? Yes, you can. It's only a matter of thinking creatively and suggesting ideas to solve this problem. In this lesson, we will try to find answers to this and many more similar questions. Okay, so this the chapter is going to be about. It'll talk about pollution and pollutant. It'll categorize pollution into different types based on its sources. Okay, then we will talk about the effect of pollution on environment and our health. Then how can we control this different type of pollution? And we'll understand how the waste can be disposed well and how we can adopt an eco-friendly waste disposal plan. Now, first comes what is pollution. Okay, so the term pollution is derived from the Latin word polluere, which means to contaminate any feature of the environment. Means to contaminate any feature of the environment. What can be the features of the environment? Features of the environment can be the land, can be the air, can be the water, can be the soil. Okay, those can be the features of environment. Now, when we pollute or contaminate any of it, the Latin word, the term that is used is known as polluter. Now, pollution is the addition of any substance to the environment. in access to what is normally present. Okay, try to understand this. The any substance that is present in the environment, when we add access to what is present there, that is known as pollution. Okay, see, suppose you and I are living in a locality. Okay, you and I are living in an area where there are a lot of vehicles going out on the road. Okay, where there are a lot of vehicles going in the road on the road, then they will honk their horns. Okay, they will make some noise. But if more vehicles come and more of the more of the noises they make, then what will happen? Pollution. What will happen? It will create a noise pollution for us. Okay, because now we are getting a headache literally from those vehicles. Okay, what is happening? Noise pollution. Before also vehicles were there, but excess of vehicles are there and making noise. So that excess is known as pollution. Okay. Now, river water gets polluted and becomes unsafe for human consumption. Air gets polluted due to smoke and fumes. All these makes it difficult for us to breathe. Smoke is emitted by automobiles, factories, and chulas. The atmosphere and the soil also get polluted due to industrial, human, and animal waste. In addition to these, noise pollutes the atmosphere. So this is all the pollution that's taking place around us. Okay, the river, okay, river that is a water body. Water pollution happens when people throw garbage in the lake, they dump their waste, they wash their clothes, they bathe their animals. Okay, everything they do in the lake only. So that makes the water body impure. Then there is air. People, they burn firecrackers, they burn fires, okay, things like that, which pollutes the air. Then we have smoke, okay, that is emitted by automobiles, factories. What is chula? Chula is a thing that is used in villages where women make their chapatis and everything. Okay, like they use bricks, like they make a structure of bricks. In between that, they put coal, and then with the coal they set a fire, and on that brick structure they put their utensil. So and in that they cook food. Okay, ancient times when we didn't have the gas, okay, and all our gas and all, people used to make food on that thing. Okay, a chula. That is a chula. Then atmosphere and soil also gets polluted due to industrial and human animal waste. Then there is noise pollution. So what are pollutants? So those substances which cause pollution, those substances which cause pollution are called pollutants. It may be also defined as a constituent in the wrong amount, at a wrong place, or at a wrong time. Okay? Something that is either in the wrong amount, means too much, or at the wrong place, or at a wrong time. Okay? That can be considered a pollutant. A pollutant is harmful to our health. When we wash clothes or bath in a river, the dirt and soap are released into water and they cause pollution. You know, bathing in a river causes all the dirt and the soap goes into the water. When people bath their animals in the water, the animal dirt and everything goes in the rivers. So they make the water dirty or unsafe for drinking. Can you give some more examples of pollutants? Can you think of some more examples of pollutants that can pollute our environment or our surrounding? Yes.
Like the car, sometimes the smoke comes out from the back.
Mhm.
Engine. Yeah, that pollutes.
Yes, that is a pollutant. The smoke that comes out of cars and vehicles, that is a pollutant. Amaze. Any pollutant, something that pollutes air or water, soil. Say loudly.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes.
Garbage on the roads. Not on roads, like on the side or something.
Yes, yes. Garbage
Still
in the
water.
soil, garbage, yes, at the side of the road.
Yeah.
If we just throw the garbage, okay, not in a bin, but just throw it like that, or if it is dumped at an open ground without it being treated, then it is harmful because that garbage, it produces a lot of gases when it when it gets spoiled and rot, then they release some harmful gases. Okay. Also, the smell is bad. Okay, the smell is bad. The gases that they produce. Then also the animals that eat it and die. Okay, because they are, it's just there on the ground, left in the on the ground. So animals don't know that it is spoiled or good, or is it it's harmful for them or not. Like cows, a lot of cows die because of plastic bags, because of
Yeah.
eating plastic bags. Yes, because a plastic bag cannot be digested inside of cows. So people just leave the plastic bags on the road. Cows eat it. It gets stuck in their intestines, and then they die because it's harmful thing. It's undigestible for them. So that is there. Yes. Then, yes, you are right. Dust, dirt, garbage, chemicals, and industrial waste are a few examples of pollutants. Can you tell how do they pollute? How do these things pollute? Now, these pollutants affect air, water, and soil, and therefore the pollution is categorized into. Okay, now these what they affect. On the basis of that, we have categorized pollution. There are majorly four types of pollutions that are there. Air pollution, that is the air getting polluted. Water pollution, that is the pollution of water. Then there is soil pollution, that is the pollution of soil, and noise pollution, that is the pollution caused by too much of sound. Okay, there are some in-text questions. What type of pollution is caused by the following? Take the correct options. You may take more than one option whenever required. Make it. Vehicles. What type of pollution do vehicles cause?
Air pollution.
Air pollution. Yes. Anything else?
Noise pollution.
Noise pollution. Very good. Amaze. Industries.
Air pollution. Good.
Air pollution. And
That also nice.
noise. Some of them cause noise pollution. And
Oil.
water pollution also. Okay. How does that happen? If you have seen the industries, okay, the industries that are there, what do? If they have water bodies nearby, if they have some water bodies nearby, what do these industries do actually? They have pipes connected. Okay. They have pipes connected that directly disposes their waste into water bodies. That directly disposes waste into water bodies. This waste is sometimes chemical waste. Okay. Sometimes it's chemical waste, chemical mixture. Okay. Some very dirty mixture that just goes into the river or lake. That is water pollution. Then air pollution is that they have these chimneys, okay, that you must have seen, which emits black color smoke.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that? Black smoke emitted from chimneys, from
Yeah.
industry. Yeah. So that is air pollution. This is water pollution. Some industries also cause a lot of noise pollution. Why? Because they have heavy machinery. They have heavy machinery that is being used in them, in those industries. Now, these heavy machinery makes a lot of sound, but not every industry causes noise pollution. Some industries cause noise pollution. Also, when the industries are in local area, okay, means where people are living around, then they will have problem with all that noise. So what happens? That is why industries are located at a separate area known as industrial area, known as industrial area. Okay, in Ajmer we have the industry area known as RICO. Okay, where we have all the industries, RICO industrial area. So every city has their industrial area. Okay, that is outside or maybe at the border area of the city. Like when the city is ending, that place, the industrial area will be there. Why is it at that place? So that all the pollution, all the noise can be kept away from the city. Okay, that is why they are outside. Okay, next one. Megan, the standard
Soil pollution,
soil pollution,
air pollution.
air pollution, water pollution also.
Yeah.
Dust and dirt can also cause water pollution.
Yeah.
Amaze,
Um,
the waste,
air,
chemical waste. If it is in the form of smoke, then air. But this is, I think, in the form of liquid or solid.
then water,
Very good. And
soil.
in the soil also. Okay.
Yep.
Now, washing clothes in the river. Washing clothes in the river.
Water,
Yes, water pollution. Then garbage on roadside.
soil and air.
Soil. Yes, air also. Yes, very good. Well done. So we will stop here for today. Give this a read. Give this a read. Okay. Tomorrow we will start with air pollution. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Let's meet in English class. See you all. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.